DLC, hell yeah! DLC.
Hi everyone, see I beat you. I said it first.
Yeah, good work. Hi peoples!
We're back. Finally.
Fourth episode.
Fine, I did 3. Yeah, bit of a wait since the last one. We had problems, and then some more problems.
And then some more.
And then a couple more.
We have a new camera now.
So we look awesome.
And we have good sound now.
We looked awesome before.
So
when we filmed this before.
Manly's voices.
I'm talking, go away.
Sorry.
And over there.
No.
Over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going.
No. Yeah. So this is the second time we filmed this show because the battery in the new camera died, but we got to charge it and we're all good and we look awesome.
So this show we're doing
and
Max Payne 3.
Yes.
And Diablo 3. The 2 3s. The 3's on the 4th show. We should have done the 3's on the 3rd show.
You're gorgeous, aren't you? Mate?
Would have been good.
Cool.
Anyway,
so we'll get
stuck into it. So, yeah, Diablo 3. Up there on the screen, running. The story's set about 20 years after Diablo 2. So, everything that happened in Diablo 2, 20 years after. I don't want to get too much into the story because I don't want to spoil it for the gamers out there that haven't played it. But, yeah, no, it's obviously it's about Diablo. Otherwise, the game wouldn't be called Diablo.
Who is Diablo?
Diablo is the devil.
Oh,
he's a bad guy. The gameplay for Diablo 3 is they didn't stray far from Diablo 2 or Diablo 1. They kept it the same point and click. So you go, you know, you want to go there, you click there, and the character walks there, and whatever else. One thing that I didn't really like about Diablo 3, and I think it's going to start happening in a few more, probably most likely PC games, not so much as your consoles, is that it needs the internet to run. So,
yes.
Which was, if many of you probably know, when you first bought the game, you know, ooh, EB or wherever, or Game, or wherever you bought your game, Big W came up and said, yep, here's your game. And you went home and you went, sweet, I'm going to play it. 5 o'clock the servers come up and you went, type your password in. Nothing. Could not.
That was so funny too, because I was at work, right? I was working that day. This one here, I got my game, you're working, just, I can go home and play this. And he couldn't.
I didn't get to play it till about 8 o'clock that night.
Because I kept ringing him up about 5, because I thought I'm going to stall this bugger. And that, are you playing your game? No. It was good.
That's how much he loves
it. It was good. I do.
But once it finally starts running, once everyone gets off, and has a coffee and everything, so you can actually get on, then yeah, it's pretty good. They've only got 5 classes in this one. I think in Diablo 2 they had like 8 classes.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. Yeah. They've kept with the barbarian, and they kept with the wizard. But they've now changed that you've got a monk, and you've got a demon hunter, and a witch doctor, which they're all cool. They've all got their own little skills inside themselves. But I kind of think that the witch doctor runs a little bit along the necromancer in Diablo 2 kind of lines, which is cool because, you know, you summon minions up, you get like zombie dogs and exploding toads, and
that'll freak you out.
Yeah, it does a bit. And fiery bats and stuff. The game can get a bit repetitive because, as I say, it is just point and click. You can use the numbers on the keyboard to use certain skills, but the majority of the game is point and clicking and whatever else. I mean, to give you an example, I have a brand new Diablo 3 mouse which records how many clicks I do in a certain amount of time. Before I got Diablo 3, I had it for about 3 months. I had about 3,000 clicks on it. After about a week of Diablo 3, I had 45,000 clicks. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, he's blaming that on Diablo.
Yep, Diablo.
Yeah, that's right.
One thing that I was kind of a little bit about was the normal weapon slot And if you have like your weapon, like a big battle axe or something, say if you're using the monk, which uses her fists, and you equip her a sword or him a sword, and you click with the normal click, because she uses a fist, she'll continue using her fist. So if you equip a sword to her, she won't actually use the sword. She'll get the benefits from the sword, say if it's a magic sword, but she won't actually visually use her sword. So it's like she'll just have it on her back still.
Cool. Magic sword.
Magic sword that's kind of not there. It's got multiplayer on it. I mean, Diablo 2 had multiplayer on it, but I'm pretty sure that was only LAN. So if you wanted to play multiplayer, you had to drag your computer down to your mate's place and plug them all up and hope they talk to each other and then go that way. This one here is now internet. You can jump on the online and play online. It's got an option in the menu where it says you can allow public access to your game. So anyone can jump in your game. And some people might think, oh well, that's a bit crap, because what if a mad little magic weapon flies out and then the dude on the screen runs over and grabs it? They've thought about that, which is cool. And it's a random set for each player where the looting comes out from. So say if a monster dies on my screen and money flies out of it, that same money won't fly out of the monster on the other person's screen. Cool. So it's based off your own game rather than.
So that's good if you're playing with Gav.
Yeah, because I tend to
flog everything
stuff.
Oh, just get that room, get everyone's pass.
I say sorry.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You laugh.
Yeah, I do. So looks good graphically. I mean, compared to the last one, it looks. I mean, I suppose it should, being like 10 years later down the track. 10 years down the track, and they had it like Diablo 2 graphics. You'd be like, "Come on, guys!"
Oh right, this is awesome.
What were you doing? And lastly, I'm going to point. It's not as hard as Diablo 2. Like,
is that good or bad?
It's kind of a little bit like this. I kind of think that. I mean, I'm not having a stab at anyone, but I kind of think that gamers in the coming generations are getting a little bit soft, if you so to speak.
You can send your comments to Gavin Windrow
and hate mail.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I suppose games
have gotten
a little bit easier.
A little easier over the years. I mean, I remember when. I mean, this is going off Diablo 3, but I remember when Mario first came out. It was like.
That's one of the hardest games ever.
I still haven't finished it. But with Diablo 2, it was challenging. It wasn't as hard as I'm not going to play this game anymore. But it was challenging. And in one thing that they didn't keep in this, that they had in Diablo 2, is when you die, you drop all your weapons. So when you die, it's like as if you were actually dead, and then you respawn back in town. You don't have any weapons on you. You have the stuff in your inventory, but the stuff you're actually equipped with, gone. So you have to go back to your corpse and get your good weapons. So which is kind of hard, because if you died there with your good weapons, you're going to die there with the weapons that you got on you, which are not as good as what you had. So, but with this one here, if you die before level 10, nothing happens. After level 10, you lose 10% durability off your armor. So, can be good, because you're like, oh, I still got my weapons, because if it's too hard to get back your weapons, you're not going to go get them. No. So, but yeah, no, all in all, it's pretty good game. Almost forgot. There's a secret level in this one. Almost forgot that. Secret level in this one. Called Whimsyshire. Now, when Whimsyshire, and what actually happened is when Diablo 1 first came out, there was rumours going around that if you talk to enough cows, talk to, like, because when you click on them, the character
they go moo.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, hey Gav, what's up?
No, they go moo. Because cows can't
milk me, I'm full.
Talk. And but if you talk to enough cows, it would open up a cow level. Now, that was the rumour for Diablo 1, and Blizzard caught wind of this rumour and said, Well, okay then, cool. We'll put a cow level in Diablo 2. So, cow level in Diablo 2. And then, I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on this, but I think people were either saying that the colours of Diablo 2 were too bright, or that could have been the colours for Diablo 3 were too bright, but they're saying that the colours in the art style of one of the Diablos was a little too bright for being a game about evil. So, again, Blizzard caught wind of this and went, I know what we'll do. We'll make a secret level in Diablo 3 called Whimsy Shire, where everything is as bright as hell. The grass is green. They have unicorns. They have as monsters. They have fairies as monsters. There's rainbows. The water is as blue can be with sparkles through it. So, cool. Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. But, you know, by all means, I mean, even though the internet issue, if you don't have an internet,
you're stuffed.
Sorry guys, you can't play.
I don't know how many people, when I was at work, come back, I don't have the net, or I can't do it wherever they live, you know, they live at a college or something, and just reluctantly, it's like, can I get me money back, thanks?
Yeah, because, I mean, it's still, even if your internet isn't as fast as some, I mean, you might be able to...
It's kind of weird, though, that it's like, you need the net just to play it, like to be connected to a server, but it would still kind of lag and stuff if your net's not that great.
In single player, so you're not even playing with anyone, you're playing just the game in single player, and it still lags like as if you're playing with about 20 people.
Yeah.
Which, you know, kind of isn't that great. But if you do have good net, decent PC to play it, go for it. Brilliant game.
Okay, so Max Payne 3. Max Payne, alright.
Don't be doing that.
I didn't.
To me?
No one's seen that. I didn't do it.
No.
Okay, so Max Payne. Obviously, the sequel to Max Payne 1 and 2. See, that's why I'm here, so I can tell you stuff that you wouldn't normally know. Okay. So Max Payne 1 came out in about 2001. Max Payne 2 came out in 2003. Two of my favourite games of all time on like the PS2 and the Xbox and that. My mum liked Max Payne. It's violent.
That's saying something about a game if your mum.
I know, and it's really because it's like it's violent. You know, it's shooting.
I mean, no offense to the mum.
It's really there, you know. Yeah. Hi, mum, because she will be watching this. I love you. You're awesome. Do great work. It's the whole Max Payne story is really dark, kind of like a modern day noir kind of thing. The way the stories are told, it's like a first person sort of monologue sort of thing. I really like it. I think it's cool. Okay, so if you don't know the story, Max was a detective, and it's the story, like for a video game, it's really like, it's very adult, let's say. It's
not for the kids.
No, it's not, because at the start of the first game, so Max is he's a detective, just a normal, you know, sort of cop. Everything's cool. And one day he goes home and his wife and his baby daughter have been murdered by like the mob. Yeah, it's not like that's
they're nice people.
Yeah, rainbows and everything you were talking about in
unicorns and everything.
Yeah, and that anyway. So yeah, no, it's pretty full on. And then so Max kind of goes because he's been it turns out like his wife worked for like the government and stuff, and she kind of got involved in stuff that's kind of spawned a little bit, but the game's 10 years old, so who cares? And
you haven't played it.
Yeah,
I haven't played it.
Yeah,
so
anyway, but so it kind of involves the government a bit and the mafia and all this sort of stuff. And anyway, so Max goes deep undercover to sort of find out what happens. And he's so deep undercover, there's only one person high up in sort of the police force and that knows who he really is, because he's in with the mafia and stuff. Anyway, that guy gets killed, and the mafia kind of finds out who Max is. They're after him because the police think he's with the mafia. They're after him, and so he's just this kind of one-man vigilante kind of thing. And it's just, I mean, I really liked it. I mean, yeah, it is pretty violent and full-on and whatever, but it's a good, like, adult story. And again, my mum loved it, which I did not expect. You know, I remember when I got it. Now I had it for a while, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I might trade it in." And Mum's like, "What? No, you're not. I like that game." So it was really weird. But it's really cool. The stories were all told in sort of like a comic book style and stuff. I really liked it anyway. So now I suppose I'll talk about the third one, since that's what the review is about. It's
It's Max Payne 2 review.
Yeah.
You can't count.
No, not at all. You can go home now, even though that's where we are. I mean, this is a good game. Like, it is a really good game. They've got the same guy back doing Max's voice. He does a great story telling it. It's done by Rockstar, who do GTA. Like, the game looks brilliant. They've got this whole type of animation system in it that's kind of like animations blending into other animations, all this sort of stuff. The whole main signature thing with the game is you can slow down time. And this was, I mean, it doesn't sound like, oh, you slow down time, every game does it. But it was pretty much the first game to do it at the time. Like, I remember it even came out before the Matrix game. So it was like the first game that you can slow down time and you can jump through the air and be like...
The big bullet waves come on.
Yeah. And so, again, doesn't sound that great now.
Fire off 20 rounds before you hit the ground.
Yeah, it's really cool. And again, doesn't sound that great now, but at the time it was like, oh my goodness, and stuff. So, yeah, you do all that stuff now. It looks amazing. But, like one of my mates said, I think I just sprayed my book. I've got a cold, everyone, so if you can't understand me, and that's why. Yeah.
If I'm not on
just
shot,
wipe you off.
If I'm just going to walk off,
yeah,
don't blame it on me.
Okay, so, I don't know, like, the game's good, but it's kind of different. Like, it's not as dark. It's not, like, the whole game, the journey of all the other games, it's kind of all in Max's head and that sort of stuff. And there's these crazy levels in it, they're like dream levels, where it was really weird. You had to walk along this trail of blood, and if you veered off one side, you'd fall down, and then you'd have to start the level again. It was just really crazy, really dark. And yeah, like one of my mates that I was talking to, he's like, it's a good game, but it's not Max Payne. And so that's the kind of thing, like, I don't really want to judge a game on, it's not what I expected, so ergo it's crap. It's not. It's just, like, if you've never played Max Payne before, you probably love it. But if you have and you really like the other ones, you might be a little bit disappointed.
A little bit put off.
Yeah. So, again, yeah, it's I don't, like, it is good and it's kind of cool. They've sort of done the same comic book stuff from the first game. But what they've done, they've blended it actually into the gameplay. So it's like a comic, but everything moves. And it'll go straight from the comic, like, there'll be like a frame. And then that'll turn into the gameplay. So it's really sort of seamless, and that it's not really. It's kind of like watching a movie. It's just there's stuff constantly happening. You don't really get to explore and stuff. And one thing that's kind of stupid is every game that has like things you can collect and stuff. You got to explore a bit. In this, it's got these golden guns that you got to get. But every time you kind of stop and explore, all you hear is Max going, "Oh, I've got to keep moving," that sort of stuff. So it's like you're supposed to explore a little bit, but Max ups you about it. So yeah, so I mean,
it's like, come on, controller.
Yeah, so it is good if you're after a big, over the top action, because it's just one man versus
everyone.
Yeah, and that it is awesome. Again, the story's. There's not that much going on. It's like with the other games, it was all about, his family and the mafia and this kind of journey that Max goes through, losing his family and all this kind of stuff. With this, it's just kind of, it's like this chick gets kidnapped, like you're working security and stuff, and you're kind of going after this chick that gets kidnapped. And it more stuff develops and that sort of thing, but that's kind of it, sort of thing, which is... it's like, yeah, it's good, but it's not exciting. One cool thing about it is the multiplayer. I'm not, I've said before, I'm not a huge multiplayer fan of that, but this is pretty cool. They've kind of, instead of just having, your standard, your deathmatch, capture the flag, all that sort of stuff, they've put a little bit of a storyline into the matches. So just say, it starts at, you might have like a team deathmatch, and it's like, sort of, the bad guys versus the cops. Now, just say, if the bad guys win, the person who got the best score in the next round might become like an informant for the police. And then so in that round it's like elimination and everyone's kind of like after that guy sort of thing. So it kind of everything's
changes everything else.
Yeah,
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, it keeps you entertained and interested in, like, instead of going, oh, we won. And
Yeah,
then,
it's not like, oh yeah, I won, let's
and then
do
all of a
this
sudden
again
10 people
5,000
leave the
times.
match, and because...
Yeah, so that's one of the cool game modes. There's also another one called Painkiller, where you play as, or someone plays as Max and like another bloke, and you guys have got, because instead of using like medikits and stuff, you have painkillers. So the whole game's about, sort of popping pills and stuff. Yeah, very adult
Very
story.
adult, yeah.
Not for the
You
young.
have an addictive personality.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so you've got lots of painkillers and all that sort of stuff, and the other team is just there's loads of guys, but you're not as well equipped as Max, but there's lots more of yous. So it's kind of this sort of dynamic thing going on, which is pretty cool. One thing Rockstar have done, which I do think is absolutely awesome, every game you get that has multiplayer, Call of Duty, all that sort of stuff, you get people that cheat and just aren't very nice. If you cheat,
Bad.
don't. No. Okay. But, there's people, that find, kind of like loopholes, hack games, all that sort of stuff. What they've actually done is if you get caught doing something
Along those lines.
Yeah, exploiting the game, that kind of thing, they'll actually do this thing where if you go to play online, you can only play in games with other cheaters, which I think is, like, instead of just, you're banned.
You're banned.
It's like... So yeah, there'll be these games that just have all these people that cheat and stuff, and I think that's cool. I think they should film that. I think that's I think put that on
all these people exploiting the game in various ways.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, again, what a bloke I was talking to, he said, it'd be a good game if it wasn't Max Payne. If it was Russell Torture. I don't know. It'd be pretty good, but because I was expecting this really dark noir story, and I mean, it is still dark, but it's not dark
doesn't really hit
enough.
The spot.
And they kind of have these moments, which is pretty cool. They're kind of like flashback levels too, because in the other games, it was set in New York, so it was very dark, nighttime. Max had this cool like leather jacket, and even at the time, the physics were like awesome. It's like, it's moving. And in this game, it's mostly set in like South America and stuff. And at one point, Max, he's got like a Hawaiian shirt on, and it's I don't know. And so you have these cool levels. It's like set in New York, and it's all dark and nighttime, and it looks really cool. But I'm just like, well, why can't the rest of the game kind of be like that? So again, I mean, this is just my opinion. I'm not in any way saying, this game's crap, don't get it, because we're not. Here, we're not really about putting our opinions onto other people. It's just,
there's the good facts, there's the bad facts.
Yeah, and then,
check it out for yourself.
Again,
I mean, from what I've seen of the game, I quite like it. And I haven't actually played any of the Max Payne.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the thing. If you haven't played it before, I'd definitely, check it out, because it is cool, and you feel really cool, playing the game, you'll jump through the air, slow down time, take out like about 5 guys, hit the ground, keep going, and you're like, oh, I'm awesome.
That's wicked.
That's right. So I do think check it out. I just think if you are a Max Payne fan, you might be a little bit disappointed.
Alright guys, I beat you that time. That was the reviews all done and over with. The Max Payne 3 and
Hope you liked it.
Check them out.
I was going to say something
quite
informative, but now it's gone.
Gone.
Sorry that it took so long. Thanks to everyone that sort of stuck by us, the people we talked to. It was really cool. It's like, when you're doing the next show, and it's like, this happened.
Good.
So thanks for all the love.
It does really mean a lot.
Yeah, because we have put in... I mean, the show might not look that great, but we have put a lot of effort in, a lot of money. And I do actually want to say a big thank you to my girlfriend, Stace, because she actually paid for
He's just trying
this
to
camera.
get
Oh yeah,
brownie
mate.
points.
Oh yeah, that's it. Get
Just
some
trying-
tonight.
Yeah, he's
No,
just trying to get brownie
But
points.
I'm trying to actually be
Oh,
nice.
sorry, mate. Sorry.
Get naughty.
Brownie points.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries.
And yeah, because she did pay for the camera, so I think Stace for that.
Cool.
Um,
Next show, retro show.
retro, which I love. I love retro. I love 2D
retro.
stuff.
We're going back days. So
Yeah.
we're gonna tap into some pretty cool games that we used to play in our childhood.
That most of you, because she's all young, probably will be like, "What the hell is this crap?"
And if you're very well and knowledgeable and intelligent with retro games, you're like, I remember that one. Yeah, no. Also, to tap into another thing is to our viewer that sent in a suggestion. We haven't forgot about you. We have sourced the games and we have them in our possession at the
and it's
moment,
coming.
and we are
Show
playing
is
them.
coming.
And the show, your show that you've suggested, is on its way. After the retro show, we'll be doing our comparison of GoldenEye from the Wii and the 64.
Nice.
So hopefully that will be up and going. And we also want to start talking about sort of like gaming as a society and
Gaming issues.
gaming issues. Like, you know, if anyone's been not so nice, let us know. If you know, like, you know, sexism in gaming, in the gaming society, gaming world. Again, if you have anything that you want us to,
I got lots of things to talk about when it comes to the news, like
Yeah.
media and the gaming and how.
yeah, that too, news
Like,
as well.
yeah.
Kind of, you know, just let us know, and we'll, you know, jump on the Facebook page. Also, if you've told a mate about our Facebook page, and that mate goes, "Oh, it's an awesome show," tell them to click like,
Yeah,
because then that'll get our name out there.
yeah, like
But,
on like Facebook, YouTube. We do have our own website now, which we're not going to tell you the address because it's
Because it's
crazy.
long.
But
It's
if
like
you go
this long,
on,
it goes off screen.
if you go on like the Facebook page in the info, it's there. And that, so yeah, so just because it's cool because we're getting all these people that we don't even know going, "Oh man, love your show, it's cool,"
Show.
and it's like, "Well, I don't know who you are, so click like, mate."
And then I'll know who you are.
And then yeah,
And you might even get a mention. So
we'll go, "Hi."
and say stuff on
Gary.
Facebook. Let us know. Don't be afraid. Do
Yeah.
not be afraid. We
Yeah.
want you to
Yeah,
talk to
every
us.
bit of feedback, any ideas, everything.
Talk to us.
Yeah,
Be good.
yeah.
And I guess that's about
That's
it.
about for
That's
today.
episode 4, down and dusted.
Sweet. So yeah, thanks again, guys, for sticking with us through our transitional phase.
And
Something.
hopefully from here on in, it's going to get better and better and better.
And better.
And you're going to love this face. Not this one, but you love this one.
Come on, this is the money maker here. Like that.
And
Yeah.
I suppose we'll see
Cool.
you again in episode 5, Retro
Cool.
Show.
All right. See you.
See yous.